Hey guys, it's Musical Elitist here today, and I'm back with another video. Now, today's video we're going to be reacting to from Matchless new song called Crazy. Now, the last song of theirs I listened to, I really liked. I thought it was a really nice and fun song. I thought it was pretty enjoyable. It was a good song, and it made me want to listen to more of their music. So today I'm going to be reacting to another one of theirs because I'm just really liking their music. I will be reacting to more of the other, artists that I've covered on this channel, more of theirs too. But I want to do a couple of more of, their songs because I'm just really enjoying their style and the way they do it. Also, thanks to a viewer of mine by the name of Just Some Nobody, which you're not a nobody to me. I'm happy that you commented. He told me that all the band members' names, and the lead singer's name is Danny, which I think Danny's amazing. He's a really great replacement for the original singer. And he fit the role perfectly. I really like his voice. And the rapper's Matt, and the guitarist is Lance, and the drummer is Madrio. That one's a little bit harder to pronounce, but yeah, I now know all the band members' names thanks to him. So thank you once again. Yeah, I don't know what to expect on this one. I do see Danny on on a medical chair area, and he has two nurses, and he has like the electrodes connected to the opposite end of his head. It seems like it's going to be about him going crazy or something. So yeah, whatever it is, let's just get into it.
Am I going crazy? Yeah, I think you made me. I give, you take, you always push me away. I love, you hate, it's always the same. You always take and never giving back. To me it's in the past, but tell me how you live with that. You always love to hate with every single breath. But since you disconnect, you see the life you wish you had. Yeah, you see the life you wish you had. Am I driving crazy? Yeah, I think you made me. 'Cause I hate the way that you make me feel. Am I going crazy? I can't, I won't bend until I break. I do, you do, it's always the same. All I wanted was for you to understand my mind. I'm overstanding by your side, it isn't worth the time. All you wanted was to push me somewhere past the line. Push me somewhere around the side, push me somewhere around the line. Driving crazy. Yeah, I think you made me. 'Cause I hate the way that you make me feel. Am I going crazy? Always the same. Always the same. Always the same.
Okay, so from what I'm getting from this song, a little bit, it's definitely about a relationship and the relationship not going the right way, and he's going crazy because of it. And from what he explained a little bit, because there is a little bit more to it than just that, he said that, he always gives, but it feels like they're just taking. And this is common a lot. There's a lot of times where there could be relationships that are very one-sided, where one partner is giving everything and putting more into the relationship than the other person, and the other person just takes the other person for granted. And there is a common term that comes out a lot nowadays that people use when people try to trick people and say, hey, no, you're just being crazy about certain things. Gaslighting is basically the word I'm talking about, because nowadays you have like a lot of people who feel like they're being mistreated in the relationship, or they're being lied to, or even being cheated on, and the other person, to have some control over the person, they usually gaslight them and manipulate them, saying no, it's this and that, and they deflect any blame of their own onto them and say it's your fault, or it's you, or this and that. And in doing so, they make the other person feel like they messed up and that they should apologize, when in reality they're the one doing it. So that's kind of akin to this, because gaslighting can make people go crazy. Sorry for that. If you hear that, that's an airplane outside. There's nothing I can do about it. But yeah, basically you see this in relationships sometimes, where there's one side that's giving more to the other and the other side doesn't care, and the other side usually manipulates and gaslights the other side to say, hey, no, I do this and that, and it's literally like is complete deception, because like they don't, and they try to deflect any blame on them to say, no, you are not putting in enough work, and putting the blame on you, and then they take all that on themselves, and it can make them go crazy. So that's kind of like akin to this. He's also just, I guess, talking about being in a bad relationship to the point where it's like, he's stuck in a rut and he doesn't know what to do. And whenever you're in a situation where you feel like there's nothing you can do about it or get out of it, or deal with it, it can make you go crazy. That's just a normal response that everybody has when it comes to this stuff. Sorry, I have to plug in my charger for my laptop. Okay, so sorry for that. But yeah, this is definitely a natural response a lot of people have, where if they're in a situation. And here's the thing, those situations, a lot of relationships, you can get out of those. Even, extremely abusive relationships, you can get out of them. But most people, they feel like they're stuck and they can't leave. And it's going to end up making them go crazy. All I can say is, if you're in a situation where you're giving a lot to somebody and the other person's not giving back, or you feel like you're being disrespected or whatever, leave. It doesn't matter how much you love them. Don't let love ever stop you from, having self-respect, because your self-respect is more important than that love. And that's why one of the things I don't like about love, or when people talk about it, is they never mention how manipulative love can be. Not saying that it is bad as a whole, because it's just like science. Anything can be bad. Anything can be good or bad. But I feel like when people talk about love, they only talk about the positives and never talk about the negatives of it, such as you can use love as a manipulation tool, or love can make you very desperate, or mentally mess you up. So there's negative sides to everything and anything in life, and even something as supposedly as pure as love can also be tainted and corrupted in a sense. So I'll just tell you, it doesn't matter who that person is or how much you love them. You should always have some level of self-respect. If you love them that much, they should also love you the same. If they're not, then you're just wasting your time. So love doesn't matter if they're not matching your energy. If they're not, and you just love them, then you're basically a fool. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're playing the part of a fool that's allowing yourself to be manipulated. And you should never allow yourself to be in that situation. You should never love somebody so much to the point that you allow them to hurt you in any way or take advantage of you and manipulate you. You should always have that love, but have still some level of self-respect, and be like, I don't care how much I love you, I'm going to leave you if you keep on acting this way. And that's the only suggestion I could give to anybody who feels like they're going crazy, is just leave. Don't let the love, hold you down and keep you in a situation you don't want to be in. So yeah, let's get back into it though.
Going crazy. Yeah, I think you made me. 'Cause I hate the way that you make me feel. Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? I can't change the way that you make me feel. I think you made me. Have you seen me lately? It's the way you made me. Going crazy. I hate the way that you make me feel. Going crazy. Going crazy. Yeah, I think you made me. Am I going crazy?
So that was from Ashes to New song called Crazy. If I'm being honest, I like the last one a lot more than this one. This song sounded a little too formulaic for me. Personally, I didn't like it too much. I didn't hate it, but I just think it's kind of, basic and generic. It didn't have that much of, nuance or style. It was just very generic. It was a generic, bad relationship scenario song, but I do think the meaning behind it is very important and very interesting. And I want to talk again about those two major points that I made, talking about love. let's talk about the first one. If you're gonna love somebody, you should, if you truly love that person, that person should love you as much as you love them, especially if you're in a relationship. If you're sending all that love to them and they're not sending or reciprocating any of that love back to you, or not as much as you are to them, then they don't love you as much. And for me personally, I would never accept that. I would never accept a partner that doesn't love me as much as I love them. So for any of you guys that are in a situation like that, leave. That person is, they don't deserve you if they're not willing to give you as much as you're willing to give them. So yeah, that's the one thing. Don't love somebody. Don't love somebody more than they don't love you. Basically what I'm saying is they have to love you as much as you love them. If you love them more than they love you and they don't love you that much, then you're just being a fool and you're going to be manipulated at some point. And the second one is, don't love somebody so much to the point that no matter how much love, how much disrespect you get, or what level of disrespect you get, or how badly you get treated, that you just stay with them. I do see that as, a lot of people do manipulate somebody's love for them, so they do that and they can, take advantage of them. And I think it's on you as an individual to recognize that your affection for somebody else could be used against you. So have that love for others. I'm not saying don't feel love at all, but always be cautious about it and realize that if somebody is using you and you love them so much, it doesn't matter how much you love them, leave them. Don't let them, think they can control you anyway or however they feel like. So yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for next time.